everybody, and welcome back to Farm Sim Double Deuce, and we are here on Italia Light tonight. Checking out a new map from Farming Simulator 22. Download link in the description, and after the live stream, immediately following the live stream, we're going to jump into a premiere of my map tour for this very map, Italia Emilia Extended, a farming simulator Double Deuce. Waylon, Burgess, Hoonigan Farming, Crazy Sonoran, Derek, David, Tookie's in the house, Mr. Jeaner, Rabbit Rob, of course. How is everybody doing today? We got a poll. Up. Would you pay $2.04 US or €2 for high quality textures for a map? And that is pertinent to this map right here, because this map comes in two different variants. It comes in a free version, which is using the textures that you are going to be seeing tonight and during the map tour. And then you can get it with 4X textures for $2.04. Some may ask, well, is that a violation of Giant's terms of service? Because you've heard me talk before about never paying for mods. I don't think it's a violation, because we're getting the map for free. We're not getting anything new functional wise with the textures. I think, it just looks better, right? I think this map looks perfectly fine as it is, as long as you don't get super close to the buildings. I'm going to do a video, I think, tomorrow on what do the 4K textures look like compared to the base game. And I'll probably put that up tomorrow. Let you all decide and see firsthand what the $2.04 is going to buy you. I mean, but, you know, really, if you're going to put a lot of time into the map, maybe it's worth it. Maybe it doesn't matter, right? In the end, it's up to you to decide. I'm not going to tell you if it's worth it or not. Now, we are just hanging out here, and of course, my stupid countdown clock is not working. Because, well, of course. Where is it? No. Hold on. It's like it completely lost its settings. What? Oh, you are annoying me. All right, hold on. See if that works. Another instance is running. What? Hold on. Oh, here we go. All right. All right, well, that's not going to be quite right, but at any rate, we got this stupid thing running. Okay, back here. Google Pop, what is up? Well, I tell you what, I run at 1440p. So I'm also streaming at 1440p. Now, you're probably watching this at 1080p or some resolution lower than that, but if you do have a monitor that could watch the 1440p stream, you can select that if your bandwidth is going to work for that. Now, the videos that I upload are upscaled to 4K. So you could watch in 4K if you wanted to. But again, they are recorded in 1440p and then upscaled. But I think the vast majority of folks watch in 1080p. That's probably the default that YouTube puts out. Now, we are starting from a Zilch. Absolutely nothing. So we need to get started with some contracts. Oh, fertilize, plowing field, plowing field, plowing field, plow. I would rather not plow a field, but okay. Looks like it's going to pay pretty good money. Oh, so let's get to it. Where are we even going? 74, dude. 74. Tell you what, I'm gonna hire a helper and get a couple other contracts rocking and rolling. Then we're gonna fly around the map and look around. Oh, look at that! Haha! Jiggle Pop, thank you for the $1.99 super chat, and just like his own words, if you can get the suckers to pay for it, thank you very much for putting a little money into the till to buy those HD textures. Bucket. Multi-terrain angle isn't a thing anymore because Giants increased the terrain angles in the base game. So there really isn't that much of a need for a multi-terrain angle. Or I guess people don't really feel there's that much of a need for multi-terrain angle because the angles were basically doubled in the base game from what, 8 to 16 or something. Rabbit Rob with the gifted memberships. How about that, Apples? Big Riggin Roger got himself a membership. Jonathan Roberts got himself a membership. Brian Haldy got himself a membership. This is probably going to be starting a series. We're going to be giving up Western Wilds, obviously. We can't have 3 going on. Now, we're going to come to this because this is worth talking about. Once I get this guy started on this field. Rodolfo with the gifted membership. Lone Hail, what's up? What is up? Now, right now we're over in the extended section. And are y'all ready? Here we go. Don't worry, the clock down is just wrong. can't hire help. I'm too poor to hire help. Well, this is awful. This is atrocious. I'm too poor to hire help. Oh, let's plow this field. And let's plow this field. All right, now let's go back. Field 23. Let's go do it. We'll get some money, then we'll hire a helper. What map is this? That's right, this map is the Italia map. And we can download it over at egacloud.edu/mod. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to take care of some things. Off stream. Rasnak, what is up? Alright, let me show you some really cool feature. Something super duper cool. And it's not the straight town that I just ran over. This thing is absolutely crazy. I know. What's better than a farmer in a ditch? A farmer in the dale, but we don't have any of those, so we get a farmer in the ditch. This thing is crazy. What do we got here? We got solar panels in the middle of a field. Who has ever seen this before in their life? I got solar panels in the middle of a field. And no, these solar panels do not have collisions. They very much do have collisions. You want to run into this, you're going to get stopped. Boom. We have a field that has solar panels in it. This is a really cool initiative. So, you know, we've heard about solar farms, right? Where we just got a whole boatload of land that's got a whole boatload of solar panels, right? This is a solar field with a field, an agricultural field that also is doing solar. And apparently this is an initiative that the map author is into. He's got a signage here. It basically says, this field hosts an agrivoltaic plant. Technology allows the coexistence of photovoltaics and agriculture at the same time. Seriously, no one's thought about this. EDIOMod is part of a group that investors that will basically finance the installation of this type of combined system. All funds raised from the donations of the Italia map and future works will be used for investments in agrivoltaic. And then there's some websites for you to take a look at. But, you know, if you own this field, you'll have to work around the solar panels. So it wouldn't really be a good field for hired help. But apparently the idea is the crops under the panels still get light. I don't know. I think it's a pretty cool idea. Oh, let's go back. Let's go over here to 23 and get some field work done. So we can hire help because we started with no money. I was hoping I could just go in debt. But no, apparently our hired helpers want to actually get money in their pockets while they're working. Oh, apparently these are immovable street poles. So we will be doing a premiere of this map immediately following the live stream. YouTube has been processing that video for the last 2 hours. And hopefully after the next 2 hours, it'll be done processing and be ready to live stream. But I'd like to know from you guys, what do y'all think? These are just the standard default textures. RC UK scale models, what is up? There is no way to produce metal components. You'll need to make them. You can make barrels, but you'll need to buy your metal components. Yeah, there's no way to make them, you need to buy them. Oh, sorry. Sorry. This is what happens when you try to reach chat and drive at the same time. Altona Gaming with the exact $2.04 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. We will be buying the textures tomorrow. We're going to be putting up a video tomorrow comparing the two. So I figure out where the heck I am on the map. Oh, I'm on the wrong way. Hold on, looks like I don't know where I'm going. You drive under the panels. They're hopefully tall enough for the harvester to get under them. I didn't actually get a harvester and drive under them to find out, but that's the idea. The idea would be that the people would have engineered the frame holding the panels to be high enough such that standard farm machinery, like your harvester, can go underneath of them without interfering. I know, Raz, right? You start a series, you commit to it, and then next thing you know, it is something else comes out. You're like, dang it! All right, is this field 23? I think this is field 23. Yeah, maybe Raz makes more money off of YouTube. He could quit and just play games all day. Right? Be like a kid in a candy shop. Oh, that's not nice. What do we need? We don't know. We need to go. Well, we're going kind of odd angles, so okay. We'll just deal with this. Everybody remember the big farm on the hill from the FS19 version? Well, it's now got lots of grapes. I did ask. That is perfectly fine. I know the white grapes are pretty interesting. Now, I was a little disappointed. We're going to see it in the map tour, and we'll talk about it once I can hire a helper. Is that you need a special white grape harvester. A little disappointed that the regular grape harvester couldn't be made work with the white grapes, or that there wasn't a modded grape harvester that would work with white or regular grapes. So kind of wished we would have seen that, but we do have lots of production. There are 9 productions on the map. We have the ability to make barrels, firewood, white wine, regular wine. We have custom recipes for cakes and bread. Are we going to rotate our plow? Nope. We are not. So think about the default textures are FS 19 textures, basically. Let's kick up the time a wee little bit. Now, I would be curious if he plans on sending this to Giants for console, and if he does, basically how it would look as far as slot count goes. Gaming Joy, what's up? The map includes 8 possible farms. The starting farm is the same as in 19. What map is this? It's literally, Jimmy, the first 3 words of the live stream. Now make sure you get the required mods because, well, if you do a new farmer mode, you won't have all of the starting equipment because the required mods are part of your starting equipment. You'll also need to you also need there's a production mod and a mod for the wood chipper you'll need to get. So there are 5 required mods and a ton of suggested mods. I did go ahead and add most of the suggested mods to our mod list that we are playing with. Jimmy, no, this is going to be a PC map, at least at this point in time. Sorry. Hopefully everything is coming through good with the stream. I swapped out my graphics card yesterday. So we're rocking the new 3080. 3080 power. Slapped in a new power supply. Scooter's Workbench, what is up? This video is brought to you by Squiggy486 and Alan McCone. Thank you for being farm barons. Well, Rabbit Rob, I've not had a chance to get on a map that I've already played. I did load up just for poops and smiles. I did load up that 4X map that I did a map video on yesterday. And we were rocking good solid 60 frames. Whereas I think during the video we were suffering from some low frames. I upgraded to an 850 watt power supply. So I had a 650 and up to an 850. I got a kilowatt on the plug that the system's plugged into, and when I was playing, I had ATS up, and I was pulling just over 600 watts from the wall. So I was glad that I went and upgraded to the 850 watt power supply. Well, actually, Altona Gaming. That is what we're set at. We're not getting it right now. Probably because I'm streaming. I was getting a good solid 90 frames a second when I was recording. So I'm not really sure why we're sitting at 90, but I did set it to a 90. And just playing, I get a good solid 90. The GPU's not pegging at 100%, so yeah, I definitely couldn't do 90 on Bloomfield when I was streaming. So I have no doubt that this probably would be perfectly fine on Bloomfield at 90. But it should be pumping out pretty steady for you guys at 60. At 24%. All right, that's cool. Ish, you're good on CPU, Raz. I think you're good on CPU there, buddy. That's a lot of cores. That's a lot of cores. You still got a lot of room to grow on your chipset if you're not running a 570 chipset. And yeah, your CPU's pretty good. You've got that what do you got? That 58. What do you got? 5800? What is up? Right click and system properties. You got what Darren sent you, right? Didn't Darren send you a CPU? Oh, okay. I think it's 8 core, 16 thread. I think you're good. You're good on them cores. Yeah, 450 is probably okay. I mean, you're good on your GPU. You got the 370, right? GPU. And if you're doing 1080, yeah, I think you're good for days. Something I can somewhat drive straight on. Tech for disabled. Buddha, what is up? How is everybody doing today? YouTube, don't tell me to add an ad. We're not going to do that. We're not adding an ad, people. We're not adding an ad. I think I mean, at that point, you could take a look and see what your settings are set at more than anything else. Like, I mean, I could set mine over to do. You could always set it over to do CPU encoding, because you're not using all 16 cores. playing the game, you've got cores for spare. Nobody's really asking you tech for disable. It's an option on this particular map. So you can download this map with air quote low res textures for free or a Goodwill donation. And you can, for $2, $2.04 US, you can download a high texture pack that will swap out the textures on the map for higher quality textures. Purely optional. It doesn't change the gameplay at all. It just makes it prettier. So it's up to you. And I just put the poll up there to see, would you pay a couple of dollars to get more better, great English, more better textures? Tech for disabled, not so much, no. So Giant's terms of service prohibits you from charging for things made with Giant's tools, like Giant's Editor. Giant's Editor, you don't make textures in Giant's Editor. Giant's Editor just allows you to in-game 3D models, but they would have already been textured outside of Giant's Editor. So it's not paying for a mod, it's paying for higher quality textures. Yeah, YouTube pops up and says, hey, would you like to add an ad now? It's a really great opportunity, and then you just click a button and supposedly an ad gets popped in. I just ignore it, but it puts a little pop-up that's sometimes in my way. This is a Doots. This is a Doots. So it doesn't change the gameplay at all. But it's okay, text for disabled. I mean, nobody has to. I think the map looks fine without them. We are doing a start from scratch, so you can see we have 0 money. That's why I'm plowing fields. I need to get some money before we can do anything else. So texture packs are just, little images. That's all we're talking about here is little images. Now, it'd be a completely different story if we were talking about, you get for free the FS19 version brought forward, but for 22's version, you get the extended map with a bunch of extra production and stuff. Then we're talking about being against the terms of service. I am using the RA mods. Don't know what the heck that was, but yep. I am using the RA mods that are recommended. The only recommended mod I am not using is Proceed because I have no idea how to do it. according to another ambassador, it ups the map from 1 gig to 3. It makes it a big boy. I don't think you're going to be running high-res textures on a multiplayer server, or you're not going to have any room for mods. Alan McHone, you are, guess what, buddy? You are Farm Baron sponsor for the live stream. I mean, I use the REA mod over on Western Wilds. So it'll be interesting to see the video tomorrow of what it looks like before and after. I think what I'll do is I'll go around and record before segments at all the farms, looking at the buildings, maybe looking through the town. And then I'll come back and record the same in the newer textures. We're doing it for you guys. We're doing it for you. I have no idea what you're talking about, Hellhawk 05. There is no link. Know what link you're talking about. Chris, that is just a texture pack as much as I know. Because you're not, he's selling textures, therefore nothing that's been in the Giants editor is in that paid download. That would be the way to guarantee no one has an issue. You can't put in links, so... Baby Jesus, what is up? Welcome. Welcome. Now some of those, I mean, it's not going to be, yeah, 1.5 plus 1.7 because you are replacing textures that are already there. But I did hear that she becomes a big boy. She becomes a big boy. Where are we at now? 49%. If you're asking about how to download the map, there is a link down in the description. And this map is Italia Emilia extended, and you can download it at ega.cloud.edu/mod. Oops, sorry. Dang it! I'm going to turn that off. There we go. Oh, it's a very handy overload. Oh, turned off. All right, hold on. I'll turn it off after this. I think it auto turns off. Hold on. I set this up a long time ago. Turn off. Oops. Hold on. There. Okay. Now it's fixed. I set it up as a toggle. Yeah, a lower third, lower thirds. We also have things like this. Now, obviously, that's not the real case. Or something like this. And then we've got another lower third that'll be popping up here. Should be on a timer. Oh, it's turned off. Hold on. This one. Dirty Bird Farms. I have a, I use, as far as a headset, I use the Cooler Master headset. Should be linked down in the description below at the Amazon links section. That does have a built-in mic. In a pinch, it works just fine. Now, I recently did a mod mic wireless review, and I have to say that is a better sounding mic, in my opinion, than the mic that comes with the Cooler Master headset. If you have any headphones, right? If you have any headphones, you can use the mod mic wireless to convert it into a headset with mic. Because the mod mic wireless will basically connect to any headset with a little magnet. And they are little neodymium magnets. Those are the super strong magnets. All you gotta do is get the headset close to it, snap, it pops right in place. And then it uses the little USB dongle on the computer. And whenever I travel, I'm going to be using the mod mic wireless now as my mic of choice. Over the Cooler Master built in. I'm in favor of any USB-based headset. I think USB-based headsets are a lot easier to work with than the ones that have 3.5 jacks. Now, if anybody remembers the old pig farm from the FS19 version of the map, that's what we have right in front of us. Except now it is a pig farm and a chicken farm and a sheep farm. So we have pigs, sheep, and chickens now here. We still have the giant farm up on the hill. And we still have the little chicken farm, which is the new farm in farm or new farmer mode. Then there are 3 new farms. So here is the new PDA. Right, so this was the original map. And then here's the extended portion. We have a massive grape farm down here. We have another farm right here in F, and then there's another farm here in G. So we now have eight farms, or 8 possible starting areas. This guy will never pay us to plow his fields again. So I think we'll end the poll. 86 votes. %53% would say yes, they would. 46% said no. So we're gonna go about 50-50. About 50-50. American Farmers Gaming, what is up? What is up? You could, but I don't use Courseplay. I want to play the game, not manage the game. That's not anything against Courseplay players. It's just a different way to play. Mr. Jeter, that's great, thanks. Glad you're having fun. Got that all set up for you all. Now I think Roy said that they were pretty much done the river view map. So I might look about setting up a Italia multiplayer once I verify that they are indeed done over there. We'll recycle that server and get it rocking and rolling with Italia. I say there's 8 really play areas. There's 9 production areas or production items on the map. I think there's plenty to do. You guys could do some massive grape harvesting and helping. Because right now the channel's got 3 servers. We've got one that's got the motorsport park stuff. I think y'all were having fun on that last night a little bit. And we have Bloomfield, and then we have Riverview. But it would be interesting to see if this map does come to console, what the slot count would be with the standard textures. If he would have to pull anything out. Because remember, the console version of this map in 19 was missing the big farm up on the hill. It was also missing, I believe, the church and a few other things in town. There was a big cow area that was missing. Hellhawk says it's going to be PC only. That's going to be a premiere, yes. It's already recorded, but it's going to be a premiere. Live chat. Well, it is a bit of a disappointment, Hellhawk, because he could have set up his download proceeds to go towards that agrivoltaic thing that we've got that sign for. It is a shame. I always want to see as much cross-platform as we can get. Darren, what is up? How goes it with you? That'd be cool. We need some more vineyard stuff, olive stuff. Now we got coffee on the way. Looking forward to messing with that stuff. I've seen some super awesome looking sugarcane stuff. Where are they at? Racing wise. Oh, we are digging it. There we go. Hotlanta, eh? Hotlanta. They repaved Atlanta. Did it just turn into a full throttle all the way around? Well, Hellhawk, I think part of it is there's just an equipment craze. I want to see new functionality. I don't want to see just another brand that has the same stuff. I want new functionality. You know, the Volvo announcement, that's nice and all, but I don't think we're going to get anything new as far as functionality goes. We're going to see Volvo wheel loaders, yay. We're going to see Volvo forestry equipment, yay. The Rotney stuff, right? The Rotney stuff here, forestry, where is it? I think it was a big missed opportunity with this Rotney stuff. We got a Rotney forwarder that does logs. We got a Rotney tree harvester. We got 2 Rotney tree harvesters in the DLC from 19. But when I looked up the Rotney website, they have a forwarder that has a wood chip thing. It's like we could have got the wood chip forwarder. We don't have anything else that can bring wood chips out of the forest. Right? We could get a whole tree chipper. They make these things. A whole tree chipper. It chips the tree from the top down, right where the tree stands. Right? And then bring the chips out of the field, or out of the forest with the forwarder. That's forestry. It's new. Okay? And if you were Rotney, then you'd be like, oh, if you were going to haul wood chips out of the forest, the player's going to be using my machinery. because my machinery is the only thing that's going to do it. Right? If I want to cut trees, I've got a choice. I could Komatsu it, I could Ponzi it, I could Rotany it. Right? If I want to haul trees, I could Komatsu it, I could Ponzi it, I could Rotany it. If I wanted to haul wood chips, I can Rotany it, and that's my only choice. That is what brands need to be focused on, is bringing new functionality that only they are going to be able to offer. That's why I think it's a missed opportunity. What can Volvo bring us? Giant construction trucks? You're not going to be using a giant truck with hard rubber wheels to bring crops out of the field. It's not going to happen. We're not going to be using an asphalt roller to compact silage. It's not going to happen. We're not going to get the ability to lay asphalt and lay roads. We're not going to get the ability to dig up dirt, okay? We're not going to have the engine completely overhauled to allow you to dig up dirt. So excavators are useless in the game because their bucket's not big enough to do anything useful around the farm. Who has an excavator on the farm that does anything farm work-wise that isn't involved in digging a hole? Right? We don't need attachments to put holes in the ground. We don't need house deconstruction equipment. We don't need pipe laying equipment. That's what the Volvo construction equipment division is. We're going to get wheel loaders. We're going to get tree harvesters. That's what we're going to see out of Volvo. I want new stuff, new functionality. A tracked tree harvester versus a wheeled tree harvester isn't really new enough in my books. Oh, did somebody ask what map this is? Scooter, I don't know. Scooter's Workbench, I doubt it. I mean, we saw Seasons come in to the game, but I think Seasons was far more popular than terraforming. Right? I think a few creators made some videos about digging holes. And I don't know. Haven't really seen thumbnails about terraforming in a long time. I tried to use it myself, and all I could successfully do was dig a hole. I couldn't really accomplish anything else with any reliability. I tried to use it to level the ground. I tried to use it to paint, you know, a different texture on the ground. And it kind of would start to work, but then inevitably would just completely not do what I thought it would do. Coffee is coming. It's coming in the format of a mod map and machinery. I don't think we're going to see coffee as the Season 4 expansion. It might be, but I don't think we're going to. Oh, that is good to hear. Thank you very much. Ah, we're crooked. That's cool. Almost done. We'll get some money, then we'll be able to hire a helper. And we'll go take a look at the map. Coffee is coming. Yes. I have seen it. With proper coffee machinery. I mean, manure hose was cool, right? It's a little tedious. It's not for everybody. I would rather like to see automatic hoses. Right, when I come up to, with a liquid trailer and I come up to a water fill point, I would like to see automatic hoses connect to the trailer as opposed to just magically getting water. You know, if I fill up digestate, I would like to see hoses just connect. Like we have hydraulic hoses that just connect, right? I would like to see liquid hoses connect. But, you know, no offense to the guy that's working on terraforming, but it's, for me, it's more of a gimmick than a massive gameplay feature. It's good for digging holes. I haven't looked at it in a long time because, well, it really doesn't fit my game style. There was a mod in 17 called Dynamic Hoses that you could have and add to your map, to your mods, dynamic hoses. So when you know, filled up your slurry tank, hoses connected from the fill point to the trailer. Didn't quite work the greatest in multiplayer because sometimes the hoses wouldn't disconnect and you would drive around the map with this giant long hose connected to it. But it was automatic. You just walked up, you hit R to fill, hose disconnected, and you filled, and then they went away. So having it both ways, so you can either have automatic hoses or manual hoses would be cool. Yeah, Alan, I'm thinking Asian, because of the fact that we've got Izeki tractors, we now have Kubota. But James, right now, water has there's no concept of moisture, ground moisture. So they'd have to add ground moisture. Any irrigation mods you see out there is simply spraying liquid fertilizer on the map or on the field. So it's basically, you know, sweep once and you're done. So my money's on an Asian map, Asian themed equipment for Asian style crops. Rice. There might be other things that are Asian centric. Right? Fruit trees would be awesome. Right, fruit trees, vegetables, big time vegetable harvesting would be cool. Yeah, with realistic peas and realistic beans, green beans, you know, large fields of broccoli and cauliflower, things like that. Baked beans. 90%. Ah, we're getting there. Jonathan Roberts, what's up? Yeah, you did have rice in your farming. I remember seeing some videos on that. Pete's Adventure, welcome. As soon as we get done this field, as soon as we get done this contract, we're gonna go look around the map a bit. But we're playing a start from nothing gameplay, so I gotta get a little money before I can hire a helper. I don't know if the people who worked on the mud mod are still around. I don't even know who did the mud mod. I think that was a member of Realismus Modding, and Realismus has basically gone their own ways. So I don't know. Yeah, there's lots of roads on this map. Easy to get lost until you kind of figure your own way. %. We're getting there. Well, we know what they did with seasons, right? They really watered seasons down. Maize Plus, in my opinion, it's not American farming, it's European farming. And it would be rather confusing to an American why you have to TED something like 3 times before it can turn into hay. It's like, hello, we just mow the grass and the sun makes it become hay. So if something like Maize Plus was added to the base game, it would be simplified, and at that point it wouldn't be Maize Plus, it would be something different. So fans of Maize Plus wouldn't like it. Same way a lot of fans of Seasons didn't like the seasonal growth calendar, seasonal growth and seasonal cycles in 22 right when it launched, because it wasn't the full-on seasons. I wouldn't say stole tech for disabled. We are going to be doing ATS tomorrow. Is the plan. We're going to be using the dry bulk trailer that is a part of the 145 beta. I've already got the load. We're going to go to Cody. We're going to check out the new road in and around Cody to Yellowstone. When you mod for the game, the explicit terms of service basically allow Giants to basically make use of your ideas. that is pretty much agreed upon by all parties when you produce a mod with Farming Simulator 22. If you're a modder and you don't realize that, well then you need to be reading the terms of service and understanding what you are doing. But in no way are they stealing the mod. The terms of service clearly state that the modder maintains ownership of the mod, but they are granting Giants' fair use of said mod should they wish. Now, seasonal cycles is not a word-for-word script import from Seasons the Mod. It's completely rewritten. And to some degree, it was completely rewritten by one of the seasonal developers that went to work for Giants. So, Seasons the Mod was written by a team of modders, one of which later became a Giants employee. Seasons the Mod in 19 was written by the same team, including the Giants employee on his own time, so not while being paid by Giants. Seasonal Cycles in 22 was written to some degree by the employee that wrote Seasons the Mod for inclusion in the game. So there are similarities, but it is not a feature for feature bring over. Oh, we're done. Good. Yay! Now we can go do 25. Crest 25. And we can do a tour of the map. They don't hold all the rights. Don't know. Giants does not hold all the rights. You as a mod author still own the intellectual property of what you created. Giants by no means claims ownership of anything someone else has created. Giants is stating that they reserve the right to use your creation in a fair use manner. Thought we were going the wrong way. Hold on. Speaking of going the wrong way. And then we have to go up and over the hill. Here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. It's okay. It's okay. All right, here we are, field 25. Get lined up here. And go. Alright, let's go take a look at the map. Woohoo! So the expansion seriously increases the size of the map. So that is all of the expansion over there. That's all the expansion. So you load on in. Right here, this is where you start. Okay. And yeah, if we take a look and think about our textures, these are the low-res textures, as the map author describes them. So they look pretty darn nice until you get super up close. Then they start to show their low-residness. But from a distance, they do look fine, right? I don't have any issue with these at all. I would like to have seen them using the new parallax occlusion stuff. Now we have several new productions on the map. We have a, oops, here we go. We have a pasta factory that is going to produce pasta. We're going to talk about that during the drive around of our map tour. We have a sell point here. We have a little hostel restaurant type deal. If you are starting from Zilch, zero money like I am, you can buy this little plot, this little parking lot area, for like $6,000. Right? We get a little silo, we get a water trigger, and then we have a farmhouse, sleep trigger, and wardrobe over here under these cargo boxes. That's if you're going ultra cheap. If you are willing to pony up a little bit more money, which I think is what we're going to do, we could step up for $16,000, and we can buy and rent basically a little apartment, which is right down here. So our sleep trigger would be here. We can rent a little apartment in town. And then our farm is going to be down here just south of the giant farm on the hill. Look at all these grapes, by the way. 204 is what the website says. It says €2, but if you plug in $2, it basically says it would be $2.04 US. So $16,000 gets you that little apartment, and then this area right here. And you've got a workshop trigger, you've got a silo, you have seed and fertilizer storage, and a little shed here for your machinery, right, as you get started. Once you grow up and you're ready to get into animals, you move up to Farm C, which is the starting farm in new farmer mode. That includes Field 1, and it is the chicken farm. And that is right here. So the chicken farm is the starting farm in new farmer mode. This farm was here in FS 19. Right, so we have our food area for our chickens. And in new farmer mode, we start out with some machinery, a harvester and stuff. Now this is the standard textures. We're not using the high quality textures. You're looking at this with the standard textures, okay? So we have our chicken area here. We have our eggs, right? Big chicken pen. We have our silo. We have a sleep trigger. We have a wardrobe trigger. We have our dump station for our silo. Notice none of this stuff is marked. That is where the map really loses some ratings when we get around to doing ratings in the map tour. I think this building kind of really shows. I don't know what this looks like in high quality mode, but we're going to be doing a video tomorrow comparing those. And then that farm, this farm continues under the road So we have a silage pit. We have a little silo here for storing seed and fertilizer. It also has a place where we can get product from the train. And we've got a little more storage here. And I kind of like this. We got a little ramp to load and unload stuff from the train. Then we have, where are we at? We have a horse pasture. Yeah, that is new. So we have the horse pasture. That is the same as 19. Right? We get up close. Yeah. Yeah, we've seen better bricks, right? When we get up super close. But from a distance, it don't look all that bad. Right? And then this is a cool little feature. We have a exercise pole for the horses. I don't think this actually has a purpose other than just being a pole that you ride your horse around. I don't think you can actually attach the horse to the pole. But it's kind of neat. Let's make our way over here to a sheep area. This is not a 4X map. This is a standard size map. Technically, it's a little bit smaller than a standard size map because it's not quite using the full map area. So this whole hillside, this whole fenced-in hillside is a big sheep area. And you're going to buy the sheep here. The wool's going to spawn here. And then up on the hillside, we have our food and water trough for our sheep, just below the road. This area still is here. Showing you the standard textures right here. So this area still is a train transfer silo. Well, speaking of the train. And it's also a sell point. So we can rent the train from here. The area on the right is a sell point. The area on the left will transfer product to the train. Yes, there are custom crops. We have white grapes. So we have regular grapes and white grapes. Here we have a wood chipper. So the wood chipper is a required add-on mod. Okay. So we have the ability to put chips into a train or trailer. And we're going to be able to enter the wood chipper from here. Turn it on. And then logs we dump into here will just get chopped up into wood chips. Then the forestry is right here. Not a whole lot of forestry going on, but there is some forestry. You're going to have to roll it back, Google Pop. You want to hear it. So here we have the flour mill. Okay, dump station for the flour mill. Pallets are going to spawn right there. We have our sell point for root crops. We have our animal dealer. Remember this? We were here before. We have a dairy. The dairy is going to add pasteurized milk to its production. We got pallets. We got our dump point around the back. Let's jump over to the expansion. We're now in the expansion. So here is one of the expanded farms. Okay. This is your way in. Some of these buildings do work for storage, some of them don't. I feel like this, man, this is like burned out building. I really want to look forward to see what this looks like in high texture, because this is, that's not worth really looking at. Let's just ignore that. Wardrobe trigger or sleep trigger is going to be there. You're going to see during the map tour. We have pigs. We have cows. And we have, I think we have sheep over here too. I forget. We're going to see it during the map tour. We've already talked about this way cool agriculture solar farm. Right? So we got solar panels in a field. These do have collisions, so good luck with hired help. We have a sell point. Let's go up on the hill. The mega farm from FS19 returns. Except now we have a lot of grapes. A whole ton of grapes. We have a winery. All right, hold on to your seats, because this is cool. We have a winery. You're going to dump your grapes into here. Then you're going to come inside, and you have your activation area. Right? We come on down in here to the cellar. And then your wine casks are going to spawn up here. Okay. Maybe if we get HD textures, we get green, we get clean water. Ah, it's a little green, right? So we can have 2 horses in there. We have our farm silo here. We have our milk trigger. We have our cows up top. From FS19, we have our pigs around the back and down the bottom. We have sheep over here. We have then slurry, manure. We have chickens here at the big farm on the hill. Workshop around the back. Just down the hill from the big farm is where we were plowing. And down here we have sheep, chickens, and pigs, right? So this is where we did our live stream. This is the farm we had in 19 when we did live streams on this map. We have a sleep trigger around back. We have a wardrobe trigger around the side. We have our food for our pigs. We have a silo to store our pigs and crops around the back. We have our pigs, of course. But then this is all new. Welcome to the bakery. This is the bakery. And then we have chickens. And then we have sheep. Right? I missed the cow area. Okay, we'll double back. Down here we have the silage pit area again. So we have silage that we can make, and we can actually then put the silage on the train, because when we get to the BGA, we can dump silage off the train. Now we're going to jump across the street to the expanded area. This is another pig farm and cow farm. So we have pigs. There are silos. And then we have... Oh, sorry, sheep. This is pigs and sheep. We have a sheep area here. But every building is custom, right? We haven't seen a single building from FS22 here, have we? I don't know if we get a pool boy with the high quality textures, but I can tell you that pool, it's awful green. So this is a building that wasn't available in the console version on 19. We have kind of an independent cow area, and a lot of these areas hold a lot of cows. So we have our manure, we have slurry, we have water, we have mega fans spinning in here to keep your cows cool. We have milk, silage around the bottom, bale storage, equipment storage. Let's make our way to the mega grape farm. Hellhawk, but the farmer's kids do. And of course, the lovely farmer's wife. Is our helper still working? Hold on. I don't think our helper's working anymore. What on earth? Are you serious? You have been a complete lack of help ever since I hired you. He's on break, all right. I don't have time to plow. That's why I hired you, you fool. That should be enough to keep you busy for a while. I know, he's fired. Get to work. We have our fuel station. Oh, who wants to see? Here we go, here we go, here we go now. So we also have a couple new fill types. We have solid digestate. All right, solid digestate, or digestate solids. I think of it as compost. So the BGA produces compost, if you will, just by another name. We have the ability to buy seed, fertilizer, lime. Here is our compost solids. Our digestate solids looks a lot like compost, doesn't it? So we can use that. If we're playing without precision farming, we could use this on our fields to fertilize. We also have the ability to store and withdraw methane. So if we're using a mod that has methane, then we have that going on. We have the ability to dump into our digester. We have a digester trailer unload point and a train unload point. If we're not using our digestate solids, we can just put them in here and sell them back to the digester. 3 bunkers at the BGA. We have our vehicle shop, and thank goodness it is now equipped with display vehicles. Now, all these vehicles say they're owned by us, but we cannot use them. See, it says owned by you, but you can't actually use them. I'm pretty sure you could probably go in and hack the XML to make use of them. We do have a forklift that we can use on the map. And here we go. You thought the other Fiat farm on the hill had a lot of grapes. Here we are, Grape Farm City. Grapes till the horizon. Grapes, grapes, and more grapes. All you can see are grapes. So we have a winery, another winery here. You're gonna put your grapes in, and then you've got a little bit of machinery in here. Storage tanks, all kinds of cool stuff. Your wine casks come out there. This is your oil mill. So one of the byproducts of the oil mill is olive solids, and we're going to get those out of here, and we're going to use those over at the BGA. We also have grape solids that we get out of both of these wineries. We're going to get this one out of the back here, and this is going to be used down at the BGA, or we could also put those in a manure spreader and spread them on our fields. Right? So you can see our manure spreader takes grape solids, olive solids, and digestate solids, as well as manure and, well, ignore the lime part. I think I have a mod in that does the whole lime deal. But wait, there's more. We have to get, how do we make our barrels? Well, we can make them over here at the sawmill. So let's go over to the sawmill. We can make barrels at the sawmill. We can make firewood at the sawmill. We need firewood at the bakery to make our cakes and bread. We need metal parts here at the sawmill. So we got wood chips. We got a dump point for logs. We can bring logs in off the train. We can bring wood chips off the train. And like I said, this place is going to make firewood. It's going to make barrels. It's going to make planks. Let's go and show you all that. All this is going to be in the map tour that's coming up in an hour and a half. All right. Boom. It's just that easy. We now own everything. Okay. We have olive production waste as an output of our oil mill. We talked about that, right? Standard oils. Wine production. Okay, grapes, wine barrels. White grapes is going to make barrel red and white wine. We also have grape waste production that we can use to fertilize our fields or at the BGA. The BGA is going to take manure, wood chips, slurry, silage, sugar beet cut, olive waste, grape waste, straw grass, and hay. It's going to make electric charge, methane, or methane for you British types. Digestate and solid digestate. Now, when I was testing this, it stored electricity. It never actually sold it. So you want to make sure electricity is set to selling. If you don't have any use for methane, set that to selling. That way you'll get your monthly revenues. Then we have our digestate and our solids. The grain mill is going to be pretty standard. The dairy is going to be able to make pasteurized milk from your regular milk. The cellar is going to be the same as the winery, wine plant, as far as production. Just named different place. Sawmill, we're going to make planks, barrels, okay, and we're going to make firewood. Firewood. Why do we need firewood? Because at the bakery we need firewood to make bread and cakes. And notice the cake recipe is different, right? We need flour, pasteurized milk, eggs, butter, and firewood to make cakes. Then we have a pasta factory. We already talked about flour and eggs to make pasta. So that is all the production that is on the map. Now, keeping to our start from scratch, let's go and change all of these productions back to NPC. So now we no longer own any of that stuff. In the shop, there is the Italia map extension mod. We can buy barrels if we don't want to make barrels. We can buy them in quantities of 8. We can buy metal components. We can't make metal components right now. We can only buy metal components. And we can buy them in quantities of 8. We also, if you listen, hold on. There's music in the shop. That's not me. That's the map. We can buy firewood. That's what it looks like. Quantities of 8. But there we go. We got music. Music in the shop. We have then... We'll turn that back on. We have a custom harvester for white grapes. That is the sad part. I would play my sad trombone, but that's not working right now. So if we do white grapes, we have to have a white grape harvester. We have modded trailers that will accept regular grapes and white grapes. Then we have a white grape pruner on top of the regular grape pruner. So it's a little bit depressing that we have to have a custom white grape harvester as opposed to having a harvester that does both types of grapes. Right? Let me show you what the white grapes look like. I think they look fabulous. That's right, Rabbit Rob. We have music in the shop while you browse and configure your stuff. Here we are, white grapes. So that's what white grapes look like. Right, and we all know what regular grapes look like. We have a water point down there to get water. So then we have our regular grapes. That is the 75-cent tour of the map. An extensive tour of the map is going to be coming up, like I said, in an hour and a half. All right, well, you're going to town. Oh. Who doesn't love a good baling contract? Ooh, me. I love baling contracts, but fertilizing is faster. Big money, big money, big money. Who did that? Rabbit Rob, why did you drive off the curb? You know something I always forget about? I can borrow money in this game. I always forget about that. I'm not big on borrowing money. If we're going to use a mod, let's make use of a mod and save ourselves some dollars. That should be enough. What better way to explore the map than to do contracts? Yeah, I didn't know anything about the shop music until I was probably recording the video. And I started hearing it, I'm like, whoa, what is that? Stop, stop, stop. Oh, we gotta go to 77. Alright, so now that you've had a chance to see the flying tour of the map, I'm guessing the music in the shop. Diamond Black? What do you think of the textures? Now that you've seen them, are you fine with them? I'm a little curious to see what all the hype is about the better textures. Well, you know, Diamond Black, Spartan. There's lots of folks that think they should get everything for free. Nobody should ever have to pay for anything. Yet things cost money to make, right? Now, spoiler alert, the map does not score the highest because a lot of these triggers are not marked worth a darn. So we don't score very high there. All of the farms are permanently embedded on the map, so we're not going to score very high there. But there's more to maps than just how they rate in a arbitrary scoring metric. Oh, that. Yeah, which is why I was like, why do we need 2 bits of equipment? Right? Why couldn't we just make it so we had a modded harvester that worked with both? I would say Hellhawk, there would be a I would hold Hoff Bergman up to be a bit more epic than this map. This map is definitely up there with innovation and style and customness. But I would also hold Hofbergman in very high regard. I don't understand Minecraft at all. Flaming Boot, yeah, the vineyards are finished. We are in the expansion right now. I need some place to set my head down tonight. Carl, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you this fine evening? We don't have any vineyard contracts yet. None yet. I don't know if are there vineyard contracts in the game? Where are we all at? No, we got fertilizing, some plowing contracts, and a baling contract. I love me baling contracts. Somebody's scarfing that one up. Since I took out a loan, I might as well buy my land now. So all of the farmland, all of the land is buyable on this map. Every square inch of it. We're going to buy this little hunk right here. And it includes that little apartment, like I said. Rabbit Rob, you made me run into the ditch. It's a good thing that I have eaten my Wheaties ever since I was a wee little boy. Because, well, if I didn't eat my Wheaties, I wouldn't be able to do this. There we go. Just yank it back up out of the ditch. It's a borrowed vehicle. Right? It's a borrowed tractor. Not on land we don't own. You can drive on unowned land all you want. You're not going to damage any crop. We're doing a contract. Therefore, thought I had guided steering turned on. I'm gonna have to look at that. Missy B modding. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. It's a happy evening to myself. I like the extended version. I like it a lot. Well, hopefully there are folks out there to help you, Burgess. All right, Hellhawk, catch you later. $72.46. I want that one. We're gonna grab these first. We got a sewing contract. We got our full-fledged legit map tour coming up in an hour and a half. Approximately 10:15. That's going to kick off. Do you want to check real ultra fast and see if we're still processing? Oh, we're still processing. Are you freaking kidding me? How long does it take to run a check to see if I'm in violation of revenue? Never in violation of revenue. I'm not running the revenuers. So I hope you're enjoying the multiplayer play. It is a rather different style of play for sure. It's especially nice when everybody's in team chat. David, I haven't tried to buy it, but I do know some folks that I think that have acquired it. You can't get the textures for free. They have a price tag of €2. Is it done? It is done. No. Don't collect, because we borrowed this. Oh, shucks. The agony. All right. I gotta take this back to shop and unload. Then I can collect. I would not suggest trying to drive out of the ditch. I don't think this is going to work very good. I'm stuck. Oh, the agony. There we are. Well, I don't have a tow chain yet, but, well, I guess I do have 2 vehicles. Wheaties are better than any tow chain. Right? Wheaties are better than any tow chain. I think Burgess wants a purple tractor. Purple above anything else. Oh. Didn't turn. Didn't turn. RE wheels right there. Didn't turn. Raymond Hawk, if I had a John Deere, I'd be broke. I have to fix it constantly. That's right, Italians have a better taste in vehicles. Because you spend a fortune fixing them. Jeez. We get the same stuff. So fill the 2000. Where we got? We got to go to field 46. 46. Where's that at? Where is our blanking field? There's 45. 46. Oh my gosh, it's down there. If no one's coming, did you really go the wrong way down a circle? That's the question. Who's ready to harvest some grapes? Right? Who's ready to harvest some grapes? Are we're seriously fertilizing a fully ruined cornfield? Okay. We'll do it. We're gonna hire a helper because can't see. %. 59%. Let's do a little of this plowing on the hillside. Dookie, I remember doing some grass work on the grass field over here on the hillside. I think it was that hillside right there. Can't prove it. Never happened. Nobody was there to see it. Oh, they'll still be, for sure. You gotta step up with the horsepowers. Step up with the horsepowers. It might not be a good map for the Porsche tractor, or the little Z-Tor that Burgess is talking about. Might not be a good map for that. Yeah, I think it was. Wow, what field was it? It was kind of, you know, it was. I think it was a variant of this. I think maybe it was more than this. I remember that it was a bit more odd shaped. Calmston rock picking. Picking rocks on Calmston Farm. So what maps are people playing today? What maps will we be playing tomorrow? And is this map going to swap out any of those maps in your rotation? That is the question. Now, there is a multiplayer download for this map. As best I can tell, it just takes the train out because there's some sort of problem with the train in multiplayer. I was really hoping that the multiplayer version would already be set up with the various farms being properly listed and identified and already owned land and everything, but nope, not happening. I think the only version is that it is missing the train. Because for whatever reason, there is an issue with the train in multiplayer. Danny Joy has been eyeing this map up like a juicy steak. No Man's Land play, Nate. Sounds great. Classic International Harvester with a little plow. Chris has got his Z-Tor. He loves his Z-Tor. Who'd have really thought? Playing with a little Polish tractor. Z-Tor, is that Russian? When is Riverside coming out, Missy B? Let's ask you in a little, let's turn on the desk lamp, shine it in your face. When the world wants to know. Erlengrot, a Giants delivered map? What? They don't have awful maps anymore? Western Wilds, right? What is it up with that? I mean, it just took No Man's Land and it turned it up to 10. Right? We already thought No Man's Land was a 10. Western Wilds drops and you're like, oh. Oh, the volume knob has been reset. Right? Goldcrest Valley Double Deuce. A very good FS22 rendition of the classic FS17 Old Crest Valley. How about the, what did it say, another one? What's the one with the drive-thru? Yeah, with over 100 maps in my mod review playlist. It's no surprise I don't remember names of maps. 22 days to finish it. What? What's so happening in 22 days? Huron County. Ah, Huron. We can't plow a straight line to save us. And we know it, that's why we never plow. Early August is in 22 days? Okay. Bloomfield. Bloomfield is being updated. I think he is waiting to see if there are any more issues. I have an update that we're going to be using next time we live stream on Bloomfield. I don't know if I'd really call them lighting issues. I mean, the map seems fine. Nova Estancia. Old timers, man. A month holiday? What on earth? A month. 4 weeks. That is one heck of a holiday. I will give you that. You might as well just never come back. Oh, wait. Are we done? Is this guy done? What's wrong with you? Why are you not working? Well, that doesn't matter. I mean, so what we know is if there are issues with the map, they're going to be a month between getting fixed because someone's out on the beach tipping their toes in the water while a whole bunch of farmers are slaving away on Riverside. I got it. Tomorrow's going to be on 145, Connor. You miss a shift, and they punish you by letting you take a month off, and they still pay you for 3 weeks of it. Oh, the new... Yeah, that new little rattle can harvester, that's awesome. It's all good, Missy B. It's all good. You just know when you're drinking those drinks with the little umbrella. When you're drinking little umbrella drinks, remember all the little guys slaving away. I know. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the highlights for the Red Bull Ring race. Why have you stopped again? Where are you even at? Oh. Because you hit a little pole, you don't know what to do. Seriously. This is where I sorely missed the mini-map mod from 17. Oh yes, FSUK was a major loss. It was really disappointing. Somebody supposedly paid money, right, for FSUK and then just completely wandered it away. Ultra frustrating. Almost done. Yay! All right, let's go. And this guy working again. Take this guy back to the shop and redeem our monies. And guys, guess what? It is time. It is time. We need to call the stream because I was wrong. The premiere of the map tour is not in an hour and a half. It's not even in an hour. It's in 4 minutes. We're going to need to end this. And I'm going to go get myself a bowl of popcorn. Grab a soda, and I'm going to join you over at the map tour for our live premiere of the map Italia Emilia Extended for Farm Sim Double Deuce. That is going to come up right after this live stream. Guess what, guys? You don't need to go anywhere because as soon as this stream ends, you're going to be redirected over to that premiere. So when we're done here, get up, go to the bathroom, grab some refreshments, and I'll see you in just a few minutes. Hope y'all enjoyed the live stream. We are, of course, doing a bit of a grind here, start from scratch. Thought we'd do something a little bit different. See you in just a few minutes. Happy farming.